Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to talk about the Nottingham Tactical NottaBolt Pen. So it's called the NottaBolt, but it is a bolt. It's Nottingham, so Notta and then bolt. But it's a bolt action style pen. I guess it's their first bolt action, which is interesting. I feel like most of these pen companies start with the bolt action. They're like, bolt action was the hotness. I really prefer the kind of side click type stuff. Now they have that as well. But this almost feels like that. It feels a lot less like a bolt action and more like a side click to me, to be honest. But they have that. They also have this, I'm sure, in a mini version. They have a bunch of different ones. They have one that has the top click and the side click that also kind of has a lock on it. So you can't accidentally, you can't accidentally depress it. But anyway, real quick, I just want to grab the sheet. They put this in there, Stay Awesome, which is awesome. Thank you to Lee. And I believe that says Liz. I'm sorry if I just can't read that. This is the NottaBolt right-handed standard. Hold on, let me just do this. NottaBolt right-hand standard titanium Parker size 5-inch long. Okay, now they did send this to me. You can see there it says subtotal 0. They did send this to me to review, which is very awesome of them. I really appreciate that. And I gotta say, I love it. I'm not normally a fan of the thicker pens, and I wouldn't say this is thick, but it's definitely on the thicker side compared to what I usually rock. And I wanted to actually do a comparison. Let me grab a sip of my vanilla Coke. I can't find the Dr. Pepper cream soda anymore. So we're going to have to go with vanilla Coke. So I basically have 4 pens, right? Technically, I have 5, or I have like 6. But we're going to talk about the pens that I use regularly, right? So I also have a Parker Jotter that just kind of sits here. It's kind of like a reference pen. I don't even know. I just have it. It's a $10 pen. And then I have a Big Idea Designs tie click, side click or something. I got that on a Kickstarter, and I just don't like how mushy their mechanism feels because of the ultimate adjustment thing, which is really cool. I love that Big Idea Designs has that for people, but I personally like a good satisfying mechanism, right? So my wife uses that pen. So there's 4 pens now, including this one, that I use, right? And I wanted to compare those. But real quick, I wanted to kind of go over this guy and talk about it. My biggest gripe on this is the clip location. You have to put the clip somewhere. I totally understand that, but it kind of feels like an afterthought because it's so low. And when you carry this in your pocket, you have like this much pen sticking out. Is that a big deal? Not really. To me, I personally don't even carry a pen in my pocket. It's always just at my desk. And yeah, it's nice to have the clip because when I do take it somewhere, I just put it on my bag. But I could easily just drop it in the bag too, right? I wish that I could easily unscrew this and just remove this because I think this would look a little sleeker and feel a little sleeker without it, but I can't seem to unscrew this top section, even though you can see there's clearly a line there. You would have this little notch, sitting there if you took the clip off. It's not the end of the world, but that, to me, is my biggest gripe with the pen. Otherwise, I freaking love this thing. So right here, you have Nottingham on the pen, which looks good. You have this beautiful dimples, I guess you would call them. Yeah, I guess you call those dimples. They feel really good in the hand. They're not too grippy. They're not too smooth. They just feel really good. And then you have the cap right here that you can unscrew, and we can look inside. Nice machining. And right here we have a spring, and then we have our Parker refill. Now, that is my Parker refill. I put that guy in there. They sent it with a Schmidt's Easy Flow 9000. That's basically what you're going to get from any company when it's a Parker style pen. You can see how nicely that closed up with that O-ring. Yeah, you can see the seam, but it's done really well, and that doesn't bother me at all. But it came with 2 refills, actually. It came with an extra one as well. But again, there's Schmidt's Easy Flow 9000, but that means you can swap it out with the Parkers. And I'm left-handed, so I need Parker refills because with any type of gel, I am going to smear, and it just sucks. So every pen I get, it has to be able to take Parker's, and I swap it out literally immediately. So we're going to grab some paper here. All right, so to actuate this pen, you just pull down on this bolt and then pop it over. To disengage it, boom, you just slide it over. Or you could gently do this. It's a bolt action pen. We've all seen it before. It's very smooth. Very smooth. One thing I really like about it is it has what is similar to the, what is it? Urban Survival Gear one. That's another one I have. I just couldn't remember the name. Where you kind of have the clicker on the back. So you can push and then turn if you want. So you can actually lock it up this way and unlock it this way. So you can kind of use the click at the top if you wanted to. And then turn, boom, disengage. It just gives it another level, like, sort of, you know. It doesn't do it automatically, so you can't just click down and have it work. You have to somehow rotate it over. Oh, look at that. I did it with one hand. Or one finger. So you could click and then kind of turn it and get it. There you go. So that's cool. I just like it's like an extra little feature. Now, the Urban Survival Gear pen takes it to another level, and they have the clip involved too. And we'll see that in a second. But my favorite thing about this pen, right? So I told you my least favorite thing is a clip. It's really my only issue with the pen is the clip location. My most favorite thing about this is the weight. It is astoundingly light for the size. A 5-inch pen with this thickness, and we'll measure it. It like weighs nothing. And that is a huge selling point for me. I absolutely hate a heavy pen. And I know some people are the opposite. They like having the weight, right? I much prefer to have zero weight, not zero weight, but very lightweight on the pen. So, I really like that. That's my favorite thing. Another thing I really like is this, sort of bolt. Just a really good looking bolt. Cheyenne. My dog's over there eating a poster or something. I left it there, but really? You think that is a toy? Just saying. Weirdo. Okay, it's okay. Don't eat that, though, please. Thank you. All right, sorry. So I really like this right here. It's got a T8, most likely. We can check, I guess. This is T6. Too big. T8. Yep, T8. Sorry. T8. I see no reason why you would want to loosen that or anything, but I think it looks really cool with the holes around it. And here it is in action. There you go. So it does say it's right-handed, and the reason it's right-handed is because you go like this with your thumb, pop it down like that, and then to clear it or disengage, you pop it back up, right? So you kind of come down and back, down and back, down, right? And then when you go to write, I guess you would have the clip facing in like this, and you would write like this. Or I don't know, would you have it to the side or something? I don't know. And then when you're supposed to have it this way. And then when you go to disengage, pull back, maybe that's the point. But I find the right-handed ones are actually better left-handed because I can just do this. I find it weird when I get a left-handed pen and I have to kind of do this the other way. This just makes sense to me, and then I go to write, and the clip is facing out, which is what I want. I don't want this in my palm. Maybe some people see that as an ergonomic feature, that the clip is right there, gives you a little extra something. I like having it facing out, and then I go to disengage, boom. It almost feels like it's supposed to be left-handed, but I've heard that a lot about pens. So anyway, let's write something. Click it on there, and we'll write, hi. My name is Kevin. What's up? So it feels really good to write with. I really enjoy it. And what I was saying earlier was I don't normally love thicker pens, but this feels a little thicker, yet it feels really good to write with. One thing I'll note is it does have a good amount of tip. Now, that's something that's a point of contention with me on pens. I hate when you have like just the nip sticking out. This has plenty of pen sticking out. Do I wish it had just a little bit more? Yes. I do wish it had a little bit more, but it's acceptable. It's fine. It's good, right? I just want to see a little bit more, and I would be like super stoked about it. But absolutely fantastic. Another cool detail is this machining on the top button. So you can see here it has the Nottingham Tactical NT right there with their shield. Just sexy. I mean, it really is. Look at the finish, the tumbling on the titanium. It's done extremely well. I just love their work, to be honest. Good people over there as well. I think I reached out to them before about one other pen, the side click. This was like a year ago or something. Chris over at Grady's Gear, it was the one who told me about the brand, and I went over and checked it out. And I think they loaned me a pen back then. So that's really the only connection I have with them. I'm not like an affiliate. I don't like routinely check out their stuff. So I was really happy when they sent me one of these out to check out. I did reach out and ask about it because I saw an Instagram post and thought this looked really cool. So, all right, let's do the comparison. So you have the NottaBolt from Nottingham Tactical. Then you have probably my top dog in the collection of pens. Again, I don't have like a collection. I now have 4, but this is the Grimsmo Saga, and this is one of the best pens, if not the best pen of all time. This mechanism is just super fidgety and fun. It has that lightweight feel to it. It has a little bit of weight at the ass end because of the mechanism, but it's thin, it's short enough, it fits the Parkers, and just hits all the buttons for me. Has a good amount of tip sticking out, and I really, really love the Saga. Great size as well. Then another pen I really love is the Urban Survival Gear Tie Scribe Go Mini. And this has a very similar mechanism where you can see it has a click at the top and then a bolt action as well. But on this one, the clip acts as the bolt. And it has that little bit of jimping there, and you can pop it over like this. But you can do the old push down and slide over move, just like you can on this guy. So I find that cool that they have a similar mechanism in that sense. Size-wise, this is a mini, but again, it fits a Parker refill. And that is one of my points of contention with almost any of these pens is why? Why does it have to be this big? I just don't get that. It must be that they just aren't gearing it towards the Parker refill. I'm not sure, but it says it's the Parker, so I don't know. If it could actually be this much shorter, why wouldn't you just do it? Why wouldn't you just make it that much shorter? Do people really want that extra, like, inch? That's the thing I don't understand. And we'll hit that again in a second. And then the last one is another one I just got. And this is the Tactile pen, or Tactile Turn. This is their seasonal release, the Trailhead or something like that. And I think it's really cool. It was really cool when I got it, but I think it's a bit gimmicky at this point. I I like the design and everything, but I don't collect pens. So, like, having this is a little bit silly for me. So I may let this go at some point. If there's anybody watching this that wants to buy one of these and missed it or something, let me know. I'll sell it to you. It's pretty much pristine. But this is the Slim Short. And again, it takes Parker refills. But size-wise, it's about the same there. So it's just interesting to me that they all take Parkers. Yet, 2 of them are in the shorter range, in my opinion. Like, you can see the Saga and the Tie Scribe Go Mini. And then you have the Tactile Short. There is a longer one, which is incredible to me. And then you have the NottaBolt, which are just a little bit bigger than I want. I mean, at 5 inches, it's not bad. It's not like I'm not going to complain about it. It wouldn't. I guess it wouldn't be a deal breaker is what I'm saying. I am complaining, clearly. That's what I do. But, yeah, it could be shorter is kind of what I'm getting at here. I just think it could be shorter, and it would be even better. If they shorten this down, right? Now, technically, they could get rid of the clicker thing altogether, and maybe that's part of why it has to be that tall. I don't know. But I like this size much better than the size of these two, but they're not like deal breakers. And real quick, let's grab the caliper so I can show you the thicknesses. This is a slim, so they have the normal size, which is fatter, that I normally don't like. So here we're looking at 0.36. Here we're looking at 0.39 or 0.4 essentially. Here we are looking at 0.37. And then on the NottaBolt, we're looking at 0.44. And that's what I'm saying. It just feels a little bit thicker than the others. But normally, that's a turnoff for me. But on this one, it actually feels really good in the hand. But you'll see there, I'll get the click on. And then I'll kind of want to slide down here. And I wish I just could click it and then be ready to go. But I have to climb down because it's such a long pen. It feels needless, but I could be wrong. And they probably have a mini of this, but that probably takes like Pilot G2, so I'm out on that. So I think it's partly just a me thing because I prefer Parker. It makes me get this size, and then I complain about the size, but they have a mini, right? But I'm just not willing to go to gel, so it's like, you know, they do have the option. So I guess I'm complaining, but like they really do have a mini one. So unless you're like me where you have to have the Parkers, then it really doesn't, my argument is nullified. So I just want to put that out there. A lot of it's preference. This feels really good to write with. It really does. I really enjoy writing with this one. The Saga, I've always just loved writing with the Saga. It just feels really good in the hand. The Urban Survival Gear Tie Scribe Go Mini feels great as well. And the reason I have all these pens is because I love them. I've gone through another probably 7 or 8 pens that I ultimately have let go because I don't love them. This tactile one feels a little less great. It still feels fantastic. It still has a good thinness. It does have that sort of ribbing that you can't see, but it's kind of built into their titanium. You hear it? But it doesn't grip me the way that this one does with this really good knurling right here. This one does with just fantastic finish to the titanium, and maybe even this right here helps a little bit. Or this one has with the dimples right here. It doesn't quite grip me the way those do. Now, they're all kind of an adjustment, you know. The more I use one, whichever one I have in my hand, I will adjust to it, and my writing will get better, if that makes sense. But I do tend to notice that I don't write as well with this one as I do with the others. I know that's kind of weird. And honestly, looking at this, that kind of looks like better writing. I don't know. But these all kind of look the same, and then that one kind of looks different. I know it's dumb. This whole thing is dumb. But there you go. That's a comparison. I got to say, these are all fantastic pens. I really like them all. The Saga, just one of the best pens of all time. I got to say, this thing, again, just absolutely stupid lightweight on this one. I mean, it's crazy how light this feels. And, excuse me, I also love the finish on this titanium, which is different than anything else. And then the tactile turn. I don't know. It just feels... I don't know. They get a lot of hype, and I don't quite understand why they get so much more hype than a lot of other companies like Urban Survival or Nottingham, because these are really cool. But maybe this is a little more niche, you know, Nottingham Tactical. It's more geared towards gun people or something. I don't know. But I think 20 minutes is a long enough video about a pen. I love this pen. I think this pen is phenomenal. I think if you're out there looking for a pen, I think it's unique in the sense you have this really cool looking dimpling. You have the awesome NottaBolt system back here. You can use the kind of clicker on the back as well. Really cool details. The machining is fantastic. The writing is fantastic. You have a lot of options. They just did like a Halloween run. If you have checked their website before, they do all different types of this kind of knurling on their stuff. And they're really cool people. So shout out to Nottingham Tactical. Thank you again for sending this my way to check out. I can highly recommend the brand. They have a lot of cool stuff. And yeah, they're going to be linked down below. I don't have any commission or affiliates or anything like that with them. I just dig their stuff. So let me know what you guys think. What's your favorite EDC pen right now? Yeah, I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.